All right, friends, WWDC is going to be here before we know it. So that means we're going to have a bunch of new updates coming up this year. WWDC, as most of you guys know, is the worldwide developer conference. So this is kind of where Apple sets up the rest of the year. I know I always get excited for the next iOS updates. So let's dive in and see what we can expect. So now this takes place in June every year. So the event is taking place the entire week from June 10th to the 14th. Now the 10th is where they do their presentation. So that's kind of where we get most of the big announcements. And then the rest of the week, the developers get hands-on to go to sessions and learn more about what they're gonna be able to do with all of these new features. This is gonna be the 35th WWDC, which, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like that's I was 5. Let's do the math. Now, if you haven't noticed, Apple's been talking a lot about AI recently. So what can we expect AI to be incorporated into? Well, my friends, I'm glad you asked. Photo retouching, like removing unwanted objects, which is amazing. If you guys haven't used Photoshop's generative fill or Lightroom, they now have that in the mobile app. It's pretty incredible. Voice memo transcriptions, suggested replies to emails and messages, auto-generated custom emojis based on the content of a user's message. Okay, I like that. Smart recap for missed notifications and messages. Oh my goodness, is this going to save the group chat? There's been so many times I've come back to thousands of messages from various group chat threads, and it is just overwhelming. At that point, you are out. You're done. Improved Safari and web search for faster searches in Spotlight. Auto-generated Apple Music playlist based on input from the user, such as a mood. Okay, love that. AI-assisted writing in Pages. AI-assisted side deck creation in Keynote. Okay, I mean, you know, I think that's gonna be great if you're a presentation maker. AI code writing and Xcode for developers. Oh shoot, perfect time to announce that. Siri improvements, yes. Dear sweet Apple gods, we need it. This will integrate large language models such as natural conversation capabilities and improved user personalization. Please, oh gosh. It's saying that it should adopt some design cues from Vision OS, a more customizable home screen. App icons are expected to remain locked to an invisible grid. I think that's good because let's not make it look too sloppy. But it could add an update for the option to create blank spaces, rows and columns between app icons. That'll be nice. They're expected to include some updates for built-in apps like Notes, Mail, Photos, Fitness. The Photos app is expected to have, again, an AI integration for editing. I think that we need to have a better search for people and things and items because there's a lot of times where I'm trying to find something, I know what it is, but I can't freaking find it. So yes, please, better search. Calendar will have better integration for reminders. Apple Maps could gain some new features like support for topographic maps. Apple will introduce RCS for messages in iOS 18, improving conversations between iPhone and Android users. The green-blue bubble debate, could this be the end of it? We will see. Sending photos and videos to Android users from an iPhone will no longer result in errors and group chats will have better performance. Yeah, well, please. Features like cross-platform emoji reactions, read receipts, and real-time typing indicators will also be added. This is huge, not only for, you know, us to be able to integrate Android users back into our lives again, but for security as well. macOS 15, woo! I wonder what they're gonna call macOS 15 this year. As for name, Apple's still using California landmarks. Apple has trademarked several California related names over the years, and many of them have gone unused, like Redwood, Grizzly, Sequoia, Mammoth. I feel like Mammoth is gonna be this year. Apple could go with a non-trademark name though, and it has done that in the past. Okay, cool. Possible hardware announcements? Not too likely. We are waiting on some refreshes for some new Macs, so I do think the Mac Pro at some point is going to get a refresh. I think we talked about this last year because we kind of thought that last year at WWDC they were gonna do a new Mac Pro, like a small scaled down version of the cheese grater, but we didn't get that. I still think that would be super cute. Like a tiny little cheese grater on wheels. Oh, super cute. Apple's yet to update the Mac Studio, the Mac Mini, or the Mac Pro with M3 chips. So we do have some outstanding items that are on the agenda. Some other things that I'm looking forward to that they haven't actually mentioned here is some updates to Apple Vision Pro. I do feel like if you've used Vision Pro, it is incredible. Do I use it every day now that I've had it for the last few months? No, I don't. I don't really use it that often, but I do still pop in from time to time just to check out the updates, see what new things are on it. I have used it a bunch during travel. Having this thing on the plane is so fun because it really does put you in your own little world. I'm definitely excited for the future of Vision Pro, especially when the cost comes down, when it's a little bit smaller and it is more comfortable. I still struggle to wear it for long periods of time, but that's not just with Vision Pro, that's with a lot of different headsets. But for me, Vision Pro has been one of the most most comfortable and one of the most intuitive and easy to use. And it is just so impressive. Like when you put this thing on and you're just transported into the VP world, I freaking love it. And I really can't wait for everyone to really get to experience spatial computing. Being able to edit in like a massive display right in front of my face and just have everything around me, it doesn't feel real. It still just doesn't feel real, but it is. I am pretty excited to see what they do announce WWDC for Vision OS because I do have a feeling they've got some secrets up their sleeve. I hope at least. So kind of diving more into iOS 18 because I feel like that's something that we're all pretty hyped about. Looks like we're gonna be able to recolor icons. This is built into some apps where you can choose different icons based on what they kind of have allowed for you to update. So being able to kind of choose your own colors I think will be really fun. They're saying that Apple is racing to catch up to companies that do have an AI head start. I don't really necessarily think that Apple is lacking behind because if we all know Apple, they've got the money, they've got the resources, and they've definitely been doing things and just not publicly talking about it or even calling it AI. Like everything that is happening in this phone, it's pretty much artificial intelligence. They're just not calling it that. What is cool though is it's saying that some of the initial AI features coming to iOS 18 will be run on device, and this is important because a lot of these AI queries need to go to the cloud, which some people will say yes, it's a little not as safe. So having things run on device will stay on your phone, it's not going to the cloud anywhere, and it is happening locally and staying private. So thankfully it's saying here that there will be a focus on security, which yes, fingers crossed. That goes without saying, but I guess in times like these, you gotta say it. Some Siri in-app expansion. So Siri is gonna be able to control individual features in the apps, like open specific documents, move a note from one folder to another, move a file between folders, delete an email, summarize an article, summarize recent notifications or messages, email a web link, open particular news sites in Apple News. Having Siri be able to do more on your phone is not only incredible for everyone, but as far as accessibility, having her be able to control your phone, like moving notes from one folder to another, even that small, simple task is still pretty cool. Built-in Spotlight search feature can include more intelligent results with improved sorting. I do like that. I love Spotlight. I basically search for everything on my phone. Do I need an app? I don't even know where it is. I just search for it, find it, click. So obviously I love WWDC because it really does kind of give us a look into the future. What can we expect for the next year, the next 2 years? I'd love to hear from you guys though. What do you think that they're gonna announce and what is something that you're most looking forward to? Leave it in the comments below and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can see my content from WWDC. See you guys there. Bye!